All right, everyone ready? I'll start our lovely recap. It's not that long. It's only a paragraph and a half today. So our session started off going back a day with Skye before going through the Thorn Heights trial of wisdom and answering his questions. Then getting awarded with the boon of Felara. We then moved back to the present where Irma was falling off a mountainside with Skye in tow. They also noticed that young Leo had jumped off to help save her. With a series of rolls, Irma was finally able to grab a hold of Skye's talons, and Skye spread her wings, her wing gear, and headed to a nearby ledge. The same one they were on a few hours ago, and would have a lovely long climb back up. Leo, they had noticed, had a hard time gliding as this was his first time using his wings, but once he got the hang of it, a gust of wind grabbed him, and he started to have fun. He also told you all that he will head back home and tell the perch guard of what is going on. So once they landed and started climbing back up, the rest of the party, though, had an interesting time. Hester went through the contents of the bags they found at the way station. Orwin took a much-needed rest, and Reynard started skinning the winter bear and then once again used Charm Person on Bronobi to pull a card from his deck. This time a flock of birds in a courtroom appeared and judged Bronobi. They found him not worthy, and he is now permanently disadvantaged for all your wisdom saves. As all this was going on around Hester, he found a few interesting items in the backpacks. One of the packs seemed to be from someone who was either a healer or alchemist, and the other one was from someone who's either a scout or something else. Inside the pack was a spyglass, grappling hook, compass, 2 lanterns, and a pitcher. The pitcher was of 3 Vulpin and 1 Corvo, and on the back had 4 names: Mero, Thalia, and Reynard Red, and Jean Thistledown, Reynard's parents, and Skye's grandmother. Hester then showed him a picture, but Reynard didn't seem to have any interest, as he couldn't remember anything about them. So he went on identifying the 2 lanterns. One was some sort of tracking lantern, and the other started to talk to him. It didn't have a name, but kept asking him to find its owner and friend, and they can't be apart from each other. Hester tried to ask it a lot of questions, but after it refused to answer most of them, the lantern went back into his bag of holding to deal with later, when it was nicer. Reynard's spell then ended, and he got an arrow into the side from Bronobi. What followed was a lot of yelling back and forth, and the 2 of them and another 2 cards pulled. One from Reynard, after Bronobi tossed the deck at him, and another from Orwin, after he was woken up by all the yelling, and this was his first time seeing said deck. The 2 cards that they were pulled were not bad ones. Orwin got himself a new lantern, obviously. That would allow him to toss some fireballs around, and Reynard could turn himself invisible. It was then that Irma and Skye showed back up, helped calm down the group. She saw the picture of her Granny Jean with the Reds, and somehow they knew each other. The owner of the backpack was now on their list of people to find and talk to. So the all headed back out of the cave, back to the bandit way station to rest up before the last trek to the bandit hideout, which is pretty much where we ended, and you guys are waking up the next day. Unless you guys wanted to take watch and do some rolls to see what happened during the night. I'll leave that up to you.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't get damaged today from pulling a card, right?
Today, because it's the next day, no.
I'm going to pull one.
Okay. All right. You're having a fun morning this morning? Roll me a d20, please, sir.
8.
An 8. Oh. Well, this will change the day. This is a bad card, sir. So, you wake up, you think to yourself, it's a good time to pull a card. I'm going to put you guys back on the main world map. The party token, you guys are roughly, well, somewhere here in the mountains. can you roll me a D100, please, sir?
Sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
33.
33. So, 1 second here. And then a D4.
3.
Okay. You pull a card, Reynard. And all you see on it is like a picture of open sky. Then, suddenly, you find yourself teleported 33 miles away, up in the air, sir. With about 5 miles underneath you. Until you go splat. You chose the Wandering Tide. Magical current sweeps you away. You teleport to a random location within the same plane, 1D 100 miles.
So pretty much I'm going to die and go splat. I need to create another character, right?
Do you have anything that'll help you survive plummeting to the ground in the middle of nowhere, sir?
I mean, 5 miles, that's proper terminal velocity, mind you. Pretty much.
Yes. I don't know what you have in your inventory.
No, I got nothing. I got a potion of climbing. Doesn't help. I got a potion of slipperiness. That doesn't help.
Nope.
Well, just take the potion of climbing. You're already 5 miles in the air. Just take that and just climb up and go to heaven.
Yeah, climb a cloud or something. I mean, put it this way. It is
Find the stairway.
Maximum falling damage is 20d6. You might roll 21.
That's in maybe other people's games. For me, you fall that far, you die, sir. I don't care how many health you have.
You realize even
you could have 300 health and raging, you're gonna die, sir.
So real humans have skydived, had their chutes not open, and they've managed to survive with permanent injuries, but it has happened a couple of times. Humans have survived, and they are not leveled characters.
I'm gonna not, I don't even need to roll. He doesn't have the health to survive it anyway. So, what are your thoughts as you pull a card and are magically teleported in the middle of the air, sir? Had you been on the ground at this time? Had you been at the ground this time, you would have been 33 miles just on the same ground somewhere. But because you're up on the mountainside. What's going through...
I believe the song Free Falling is playing in my skull.
Okay.
Because I'm free falling.
Yeah. You do have the deck in your hand.
What the hell? I'll pull one too. How much damage?
There are a few that might help you.
Now it's I pull one first, no damage.
2d4.
I pull a second one.
2d4. No, sorry. 2d6. I think. Let me scroll up.
I take 7 damage to draw another.
No, it's 2d4, and then 4d4, 8d4, 16d4. Nope, sorry, 6. I can't even read my own writing. So yeah, 7.
I take 7 damage and I immediately roll, so I got a 9 for the d20 of the deck.
Okay, give me 1 second here. That one's gone. So you fall. Just checking distance-wise. 500 feet every 6 seconds.
Yeah, so you'd have
velocity.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, about 500 feet, and if
Yeah.
he's 5 miles up, he has 26,000 feet to go.
All right. Number 9 has already been used, sir. So you can either take the card above it or the card underneath of it. Or roll again.
Let's roll again. 3.
3. Three. The card you pull has the image of a soaring hawk on it. You are granted a vision of your new future, sir. Of the near future. You can use a reaction. You can use a reaction to grant yourself or an ally advantage on an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check up to 3 times. That puts you down 1,000 feet. We'll say you have 5,000 to go. Well, total.
And okay, so I pull a second time. It's what 6,
So
44,
you're going to be 46.
Okay, I'm gonna pull one more time just for the good measure.
Okay.
14
I would just
damage.
keep pulling until you hit the ground.
14.
I enjoy the free fall.
And I rolled a 10.
14 has been used, so roll again.
No, that was the damage to myself.
Oh, sorry, 10.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, okay. Well, we haven't done this one yet. You pull a card, and it starts to sing to you. And then you start to sing along with the card. It is a great melody. It is
It's free falling.
It's pretty much free falling. For the next 7 days, your voice becomes enchanting. You can cast suggestion once per day. However, your thoughts are overheard by animals around you.
These are great. Not helpful, but great.
No, there's one helpful card.
I mean, on the plus side, it's only the next 7 days that this happens to you.
Right?
Well, that means if he goes to heaven, then it's going to carry over.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, if I drink a health potion, do I get the full health back?
Technically, it's going to take your action to do it all. You're falling. I'm going to say you're going to have to roll for this one, sir. This is like most of it you might drop, like lose.
She makes sense. Mean.
Give myself 8 health back.
Okay. What are you at currently?
28 out of 41 health.
28 out of 41. Okay.
More cards.
Oh, I'm going to, as I'm falling, and I have for my action, I took the health potion. I'm going to second wind to regain health.
I love that.
Because I could use once, so it's a 1d10 plus 2 HP. Let's see what I get.
We're gonna go through all the cards except for the one that he needs.
5 health.
You have a free short rest in the meantime.
Don't forget you can action surge and then draw a card so you don't lose a round.
Oh, I already did. I need the health, otherwise I won't survive the next pull with
no, that's what I'm saying.
With the card pull.
You used your action for the health potion, and second wind I think is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so action surge, you get an action again, and then you draw a card. So that way you don't lose a turn for just healing.
I still got a couple more turns. But I can only do one more thing of pull for damage, because now it's 6d6, right?
8d6 doubles.
Oh, it doubles. I thought I was going to add 2 every time.
No, you're at 8d6 and then 16d6.
Well, let's see. Either I die before I hit 8d6.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't have anything that's going to save you, you're going to die anyway on impact. So you might as well,
so
just keep drawing until you're dead.
So that
But if I draw and die, who knows what's going before I,
Yep.
But you'll draw, you'll
Yeah.
go down, roll a nat 20 on a death save, come up, draw another, and then see what the card was.
Well, you'd be splattered in a million pieces. I don't think a death save would suffice.
Because I'm going to die anyways. One more
Yep.
time. Here goes.
Okay.
66, damn it. Oh, yeah, 8.
Hang on. Question for you. Do you still have one? I can't remember if you had the Firebird feathers, because that'll also heal you.
I've got one.
I know I have one, and Mario has one, but I didn't know if you had one or not.
You
No.
guys used one. I think.
We used one to save Orwin.
Okay, yeah, then it was probably yours that we used then.
What a thoughtful guy.
23 damage. I'm at
Okay.
10 health.
Okay. Now roll me a d20. See if card we get.
12.
Card. Okay. I forgot about this card. This wasn't the one I was thinking of. You pull a Phoenix card, sir. If you die
Oh my
within the next
God.
7 days, you are immediately reincarnated with half your hit points.
Ooh.
Afterward, the feather burns to ash.
Reincarnated! He's going to change race. This is great.
So, you can still pull another card, because you're going to die. It's not going to affect you anything, because you're technically not going to have the effects of it after you die and reincarnate.
You are incorrect, Brandon. If he dies in midair and then is reincarnated, then he dies as he hits the ground.
He'll be falling still. Right. Yep.
So he needs to just hit the ground and let it happen.
Just needs to hit the ground.
So technically now I am a fireball, essentially. It's not causing me damage, but I'm the Phoenix descending.
Pretty much, yes.
Well, then I have to write it down just so I can turn into something else.
Unless the dice roll makes you I was gonna say like an Aarakocra or something like that, but it has to be Humblewood characters. So
yeah,
maybe you become a bird folk, and then you could just glide the rest of the way.
I'm gonna create my own list here, and you're gonna roll to see what you get.
Yeah, because there's like a dozen races, ain't there?
Yeah,
I think there's 10, 5 of each.
Yeah,
unless you're going with all the variants.
Oh yeah. We'll go in variants. I'll let him choose the variant. I'm okay with that part. That's funny. I didn't even notice that card till you rolled it. But your friends are going to be without one person for quite a while.
Jeez.
Yeah, so meanwhile, back in the cabin, where's Reynard?
So when he gets reincarnated...
Yep.
Oh, I was just going to ask, when he gets reincarnated, he still has all the knowledge he currently has. He's just in a different body, right?
Correct.
I'm doing a Doctor Who. I come back, and all of a sudden I have this urge to, I got this urge to eat an apple.
Yeah.
Why do I have a big chin?
All right. So this is not how today was supposed to go, but apparently this is how today's going. So, Reynard, you have pulled a lot of cards. Most of them don't matter to you anymore because they're not going to work for you anymore. You are currently a falling phoenix, a nice big ball of fire.
Fire.
You technically don't know what's about to happen. It's just you got this card and something changed inside of you. You don't know what's about to happen. So technically,
but it is perfect because he'd already said that was going to be his last card. He didn't have health left,
exactly.
His last card. So this fits perfectly.
Yeah. There is one card that, not that it matters anymore, but will gain you the ability to fly for 1 hour. That's the one I was hoping you were going to get.
He also doesn't know that.
What number was that?
I'm not telling you that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No way you,
I would still have
another card.
All my items, right?
Well, all your items are technically going to be scattered on the ground underneath you. you will have to eventually pick them all back up. Yes.
But that's generous because when you go full Phoenix, everything on your person is supposed to be destroyed.
Yeah, this is technically a card. So it's the card itself. It doesn't form him. We're just doing. He basically has a Phoenix feather, like Phoenix down from Final Fantasy. So you're holding onto this, and you don't really know what's going to happen, but you don't really want to pull another card. What are your last thoughts before you go splat on the side of the mountain?
I could finally rest.
He needs to come back as a Loxodon or like a Yankee, something like. He's got to be something very different.
No, it's got to be Humblewood race.
Oh, duh, of course.
Yeah, we're in Humblewood. But if he rolls Vulpin, that's going to be even more funny.
But that being the case, I'm going to have black fur.
Nice burnt. Yep. Yeah, and had the new Humblewood 2 been out, it's pre-order, I'd have the new races I could have added. You could have been an Allurian. You could have been a couple extra different races. Well, so technically you rolled south for the 3. So 1 was north, 2 was east, 3 was south, 4 was going to be west. So you're technically 33 miles, so you're pretty much right on the edge of one of the mountains going down. Whether or not you might have to climb the mountain to get some of your stuff back, because you're not technically going to be hitting solid ground. You're going to be hitting mountainside. So
any chance I have the ability to satch everything into the bag of holding Susan's basket?
I'd say quickly, maybe. Yeah, you don't really have a lot on you. I don't think you'd be able to get your full backpack, like everything in there quick.
Well, I've been keeping my backpack in there. The only thing I have out is like a quiver, a small component pouch, and of course everything on my body.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Just give me a straight dexterity check. With disadvantage because you're technically falling. Too bad you're not a bird folk.
So just regular dex roll?
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a save. This is just a dexterity check.
That makes sense. He goes to take his
11
off or his cloak off, and the wind is grabbing it. He has to fight with it to get it in.
You are falling. An 11. I'll let you do half your stuff, whatever you can think is more important.
All right. I'll toss in Blackthorn, my shield, and my component pouch.
Okay. All right. So, as you impact the side of this mountain, you are instantly blacked out, and you don't know what happens next. Thankfully for you, there's no pain. You just instantly are no longer you. But what's that first sense, and roll me a d10, please. What's that first sense for you when you realize, why aren't I dead? What do you do?
8.
8.
I guess it's the whole your numbness of the body of waking up. Almost pretty much being reborn from your other campaign. Just suddenly, like, everything starts to like wake up. The nerve endings start to wake up. You feel that tinglingness everywhere. All of a sudden, you're jolted awake.
Nice. Well, when you find yourself awake again, you're still technically on the side of a mountainside. Give me a perception roll, please.
what I
This
turn
all
into?
happens within pretty much like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops. So the rest of you might still be snoring and not know what's going on. We'll do perception rolls as we get up back to you guys. 23.
23.
Oh. Yeah, you feel different. You're also hanging like on the side of a cliff. The 23 is enough to notice there's no more snow because you are on the side of the mountain. You do see scattered remains of a Vulpin in and around you. Maybe some of your stuff. You definitely have feathers and a beak. You rolled the Raptor, sir. The same as Hester.
Ooh.
So you can change your race. I will let you choose whatever subrace you want. But you are a Raptor.
Probably have to take some time to look up those details.
I'm doing it real quick. Raptor. Yes, we have the Marin Raptor. That's what I picked. So you get a +1 to your intelligence, 25 feet swimming speed. The patient feature, I guess. If you're ready in action, when it goes off, you get to roll at advantage. Then there's the Minstrel Raptor. Wisdom by 1, agile. You're proficient in acrobatics. And you get aerial defense. Creatures that attack you while you are falling, gliding, or jumping have disadvantage. Here, I'll do this.
So I got reincarnated. Do I keep the same classes?
Yeah, it's just you change your race. Everything else about you is the same. You're only at half health.
That could update. Oh, Windows.
I will need an investigation roll to see if you can find any of your stuff.
All right, put the Raptor options in the chat. The regular Humblewood chat.
And oddly enough, I keep my same ability scores, right? Or do I have to re-roll?
Nope, you're still fine there. It's still you, just a new you.
Would the ability scores technically change just from...
They might for the race. Yeah, you'll have to double check.
Yeah.
So I would almost create a copy of your character and then change it with that and then compare the both.
Well, I'm still keeping. I pretty much the only thing that's changed is really dexterity and charisma.
A little bit, yeah.
I can't charm anyone anymore or make them fear.
Nope.
And you don't have dark vision.
And I still have blind sight 10 feet.
This made the day fun. There's not many cards left. You guys chose. You guys went through most of them.
It couldn't be more deserved.
And
I guess on the plus side, your dex goes up by 2.
there's 11, so you've used 9 cards. 9 of 11. Correct.
There's only 2 left.
9 of 20.
Ah.
So you got 11 cards left.
Well, if he wants to draw them, he's more than welcome to.
Well,
I won't survive the poll.
I mean, ever in the future.
Yeah, that's the fun part. You didn't say you were putting the deck in your bag. So as you look around, you do not see the deck except you.
I still got to do a perception, right?
Investigation. The perception was to see your surroundings and who you are. The investigation is to find your shit.
18.
Okay. 18's enough to be able to eventually track down the bag that you had, Susan's thing, but everything else is scattered to the wind. Because again, you're on a mountainside. with no path. There's nothing other than the fact that you might have to test your wings out, glide to the bottom, and do what you want from there, sir. No one else knows if you're alive or dead.
You might be able to jump and glide and just glide around the edge of the mountain, so you end up at the bottom of the mountain that we're at.
Yeah, you're still going to be at about no. He's down. Like he'd have to trek 2 days to get back to where the path was to go back up, and he still has at least an hour, maybe a 2-hour glide down. He's still fairly close, but he's never used his wings before. Or this body.
That's your point.
So everything he's going to be doing for a while is at disadvantage. Except for things that he inherently knows. So, we'll go back up to the top of the mountain, almost the top of the mountain, where the rest of you are waking up. Do any of you think you would be sleeping near Reynard?
I don't think I ever have before.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be near Bubo, and
Okay.
I don't know exactly where we would be in the cabin.
I would have Jeremy snuggled, like curled up around me.
Yeah, probably. So, we'll get rid of that for now. So, all of you wake up, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. It's nice and warm. You do have a sense you don't need to wake up early. You would have barred the door. You would notice that Orwin was semi-up early because he's kind of put himself in charge now. Yeah. So he's pretty much just wandering around, taking a look. At some point, you're all woken up to does anyone know where Reynard is? He was here a minute ago.
He can't be far then, maybe just outside using the facilities.
I've been watching the doors and I haven't heard anything. He's a sneaky little one. We kind of, have things to do here.
Hester will communicate with Bubo, because Bubo would have been awake the whole time, and ask what they know. I'll roll a perception check
Did you keep
to see if
Bubo in the main area or in the living where all the beds are?
Oh, if there was beds, I would have been with the beds.
Yeah, if you look at the map.
Yeah, I was zoomed in. I could only see the main living area. I mean, Bubo would probably just be like walking around the area, because I'd put him in sentinel mode to have him just like keep an eye on everything. So I figured I'd roll a perception check for them, and then you could decide if it's high enough that I would have seen it, or he would have seen it. They would have seen it.
Reynard, did you pull a card underneath the covers, or did you just sit up and pull one?
I guess I would have sat up and just like, did the morning stress people would do, then like, I'll pull a card and poop.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
So Jeremy may have seen something. Is that possible?
Yes, probably. Between all of you, either Skye or Irma, one of you guys probably saw something. Irma's passive probably would have caught it.
Okay, well, Jeremy didn't. He only rolled a 15. I mean, a 5, so he was asleep.
Yeah, Bubo rolled 16, but gets 2 times my proficiency bonus, so they would have 22 on perception.
Okay. Between one of you all, someone would definitely have noticed Reynard scratch himself, pull a card, and then go.
And go full Frodo.
Yeah. No tracks, no nothing, just instantly up and disappearing.
Yeah. Once Hester hears from Bubo as to what happened, Hester's like, why did you wake me up? Why did you say that? He just disappeared. And the response he gets from Bubo is just that the instructions were to wake us. What was to wake us up if like somebody was attacking us, not if somebody just disappears. So he was like, "All right." My instructions weren't specific enough.
Yeah. You get that sad won't. Well, Orwin's kind of in a little bit of panic. He's like running outside, just screaming Reynard's name. Not loudly, but quietly, because he doesn't want to be heard. He's literally just, there's no tracks outside, guys. We had a fresh snow last night. There's nothing out there. Where'd it go? Bronobi, can you send Jeremy to go scout?
Hester will let him know like what Bubo told him, and just be like, he was in his bed. He drew a card from a deck, and then he just disappeared.
The thing that gave me the lantern here. Right, you're muted if you're talking, Mario. Right. I don't know how to do this. I don't know if he's going to come back. Should we wait? At this point, I would assume Skye would just go, well, I knew something bad was going to happen with that deck of cards. I just knew it.
I don't think anything good has come from that deck, except I think Jeremy.
There's been a few good things come from that deck. Irma's just going to pipe up and go, well, yeah, it's magical. It's probably one of those things that was the things that were stolen from the avium. Like, I assumed that a while ago. We found it in a box that was stolen from people who were like near the avium. So it's probably one of their things that Leo was looking for. He'd know if he was here, but I don't think he saw the deck before he flew up. I don't know. We do have stuff to do. I don't know if we should, leave without at least trying to find him. Can any of you communicate with him? Do we have that ability to communicate with him?
Okay, with who, sorry?
With Reynard. I don't think we have any.
No, I don't have anything.
I think we're too low level. I don't think we have anything for that. We had Leo going to tell the perch guard about what's going on. But he would be nowhere near Reynard.
Yeah, so
I'm not sure if you heard me, but Orwin wants you to have Jeremy go look outside, see if you can spot anything.
Okay, Jeremy, go outside, but only keep the house in sight. Do not get yourself in any danger, please. Okay, so Jeremy can go out the window then.
Okay. I can make him roll, but you're not going to find him, obviously.
Obviously. No, it's fine. We roll, he sees nothing, he comes back.
How long do you want to keep him out there for?
I'll say 2 minutes is plenty in that weather.
Yeah. It's actually not as bad as before for you guys. It's actually a nicer day. But yeah. You wait 10 minutes, you wait 15 minutes, you wait 20 minutes. No sign or sound of Reynard.
There was no tracks outside or anything, so what do we do? He would be trying to come back here if he is alive, but how can we know?
I don't know. That's the problem here. Like, we're running low on bodies here to, do our job. I don't know if the 5, how many are we now? 5?
2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
5 of us is enough. I mean, if we can go up and just start talking and don't draw any weapons, we might be okay, but they don't like people up here, especially perch guard. then, well, 3 of us are bird folk. That's really going to be a bad thing. Irma really doesn't look that fierce. Bronobi, you're really the only other person here that looks, like a maybe bandit that could say he captured us? I don't know. Should we just go up and say we're from the bird council and we want to parlay?
I
What do you
just
guys
want to
think?
go and kill them. I can just go and explode them from a distance.
Well, according to the map here, he's going to pull it out. There's a lot of them up there. I don't know if one arrow is going to be enough. What if they throw 30 at you?
If I explode them, then they are not doing much. The confusion would give me a chance to then throw another exploding arrow.
Oh. Well,
and then confuse a few more of them, because I can shoot from long distance. I am good shot. You let me shoot from 600 feet in this weather, they not even see me.
Well, they've been up there for years, though. So I would assume, I don't know. But like the scribbling on the page here says like it's 100 feet tall, the castle that they built. So if it's out of stone, can you explode stone?
Maybe not if it's good stone. I need a lot more of my arrows for that.
Like it's a stronghold, so I would assume it's quite good.
Well, perhaps what we need to do is go get more support, because just 5 of us.
You want to track 5 more days back down, get more people, and 5 more days back up?
Well, if the other option is attacking large encampment that will kill us, I take 5 days of not being dead.
Well, we're kind of like, on the time crunch, because, the forest is burning.
Well, we can try and sneak
in. You're going to see him sit down and go, let me just see if it's in my handy perch guard book. See if there's something about the situation in here. We're just going to start flipping through pages. No. Yes. No. Reynard, can I please have a wisdom save for the work? Yeah.
7.
Okay. 7. As you take stock of your area and everything, and you are technically not reborn, but some sort of shift happened. In the back of your head, you have memories that aren't yours. Because you're now a bird folk, and the lovely Cervan was also a bird folk. As you sit and think, what do I do? What do I do? Most of his memories of being a bird folk come back to me soon in this time of turmoil. And you remember flying. You remember everything about being a bird folk, even though you've never been a bird folk until now. Would you think maybe this is Sir Varric coming out of you and helping?
I would think, because I would be looking at my hands, initially remember seeing fur, paws, flashes of feathers. Now that the fur's gone, it's all nothing but feathers. Those will definitely be more prominent. So his name was Varric, right?
Sir Varric Greybill. He was a Gallus. So he was a rooster folk. So it's not technically the same, but it is very similar. And I'm going to send you something, because you failed your save. In the back of your head, you just hear yourself and part of him reciting his oath to the birch guard. And I sent you that in Discord. You just almost like maybe have that moment of him becoming a perch guard and taking his oath in the back of your head. Maybe that'll help steel you for what just the fuck happened. I'll stick it in our channel too so everybody can actually see what the perch guard oath is. Nope. That's a different computer, Brandon. I need to do that on this computer. So, while these guys are taking the time and trying to figure out what to do up top, what are you doing, sir?
Initially taking a short rest to collect myself.
Yeah,
Both figuratively and literally.
Okay, so you're going to take an hour and figure out what the fuck to do. But because
so I can
now
actually
you're bird folk,
get some health back.
Yep. So because you're technically a bird folk, as these memories slowly come back into you, you will eventually remember doing some of the stuff with your wings and claws, because you now have talons and a beak. This is going to be like eating is going to be a new challenge for you. Because you don't have teeth, you just have a beak. But yeah, so if you're going to take a lovely little bit of time, feel free to come up with a new character art and token with what you look like. And when you eventually are ready to soar down, it's just going to be a couple fun acrobatic rolls and dex saves to see how well you use your wings, sir.
I have new art already. That's what I was doing for the first, last 10 minutes.
I had a feeling. So what do you look like now? Because raptors are technically a little taller.
Real quick, before he starts soaring, there's something I want to do. I just wanted to interject that.
Oh yeah, this is fine. This is like he's taking an hour, so we're going to go back to what you guys are doing because this is technically ahead of time.
Yep.
So what would you like to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, so because I had the time, I looked through all of my spells to see if there was anything that I could communicate with them. And I decided to prepare the spell Skywrite because I could ritual cast it.
Okay.
And so
What? You have that spell? Just wow.
Yeah.
Am I going to see the sky, some writing the word Reynard with an arrow below it here?
No. But they don't know that.
Yeah. So it lasts
the
for
problem is
it lasts for up to an hour. It's a concentration. But since it's a ritual cast, I could just keep casting it. So it's up to 10 words. So I was going to have it initially just say, Reynard, where did you go? Let us know soon, and then have an arrow pointing straight down at us.
Okay.
Except he knows where we are. It's us not knowing where he is that's the problem.
Yeah. The fun part about that, so I will let you do that. The bandit people will probably see that too and know exactly where you are.
Yeah, I figured.
There are scouts out here, so whether or not you would think of that, you didn't say it, so you might have friends. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, you put that in the sky a few times. You don't know if it works. Might work, might not. Orwin's just looking at you, just shaking his head and going, yeah, people know where we are. Right, so we can't stay here. We're going to have to make a decision. Are we going to go up and do our job and hopefully talk our way through this? Or are we trekking all the way back down and I'll probably lose my job?
Is anyone actually any good at talking? Because I can do the talking, but not good at making people do the listening.
You guys would know.
I'm
not.
pretty bad at having people listen to me.
33
Skye
miles
stopped
south.
at-
Would I be able to see that?
No, they're too high up. They're top of mountain. You're bottom mountain. No.
It's not a super cloudy day. He absolutely would see 33 miles to the top of a mountain. It wouldn't even be difficult. I can see mountains. I mean, it depends how big the riding is, but I can see
he's
mountains
technically-
like.
Well, he's 33 miles south of you and at the bottom. He's got a
Yep,
rock
yep.
face in front of him. He wouldn't be able to see
Yep.
through the mountain to see the sky right.
Okay, so we're on the other side. Fine. If it's straight up in the sky.
Correct. Yes.
Well,
From where he currently is, he wouldn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say it says the range for this is just sight. So I mean I could technically write it on the upper atmosphere. And it doesn't specify how big the words are.
Oh my god.
I didn't know.
So I could have each letter. Yeah, it just says range sight.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I put it in chat too, so you could read it.
You
there.
write it on the sun.
Well, I mean, I'd write it on like the upper atmosphere, and each letter would be like a half mile long, so it's like you can see it from a distance.
Okay.
It somehow creates a bat symbol, but it's the shape of a raptor.
Yeah. Okay. So at some point, Reynard, probably during your hour, you randomly see your name and an arrow in the sky. But for you, you already know where to go. It's up to you whether or not you want to or not, sir. They don't know you anymore. Nobody knows you anymore. You are a completely different you. So do you think Reynard, with all the memories of Sir Garrick and the oath going through your head, would you think to continue doing what you currently were? Or would you like to do a new career in life? Because now all
33
bounties
miles out of Humblewood.
All bounties on you don't matter anymore. None of your friends or family know who you are. If you wanted, you could start a brand new life, sir.
That sounds fabulous.
The only people who would know your items. That's all they would know. Your friends would know your items.
Well, yeah, they would probably recognize Susan's bag because it's a basket-looking bag of holding.
Yep.
And they would recognize essentially the one sword that came from the gallows, which I call Blackthorn.
Yep.
Otherwise, that's it. It was a standard shield, which could be probably found at any issued, and my standard studded leather that could be found at any leather shop.
Yep. So I will let you figure out what you want to do, sir. Because I know your backstory. You were forced into most of this.
Yep, I'm just gonna go back to Alderheart and just live my life. Because far as I know, I still have 69 platinum worth of cash on me.
Man, you rich.
You also have the wanted poster of Sudi for 1,000 gold that you could hunt down. That you were given when you first left this journey. Not that you're going to find him now, because you know where he is, but maybe Bronobi will kill him before and nobody will get that reward, but I will leave things up to you.
I'll go do that. I'll go and get the bounty on what's their name.
Okay. All right.
Bye, guys.
So you can now create a new character again. I love this. This has been a fun session. We haven't left at all. Love it. So the rest of you eventually don't. He doesn't come back. What would you like to do? Orwin has been pacing. He wants to try and go up and talk, but he doesn't know if you have enough people here. or the right people here to do that. His best idea for you guys would be to go up and say you're Bird Council, and you want to parlay, and you're here for prisoners, assurances, and maybe get them at a seat at the table and try and hash this out in person. That's his idea.
Mechanically, does he have better charisma than any of us? Because
Skye,
we're just going to go up
is the
and get
best.
knocked back.
Charisma, he has a... Oh, actually, he's got a +10 persuasion because he's part. So he's got Jack of all trades. But it's me talking to myself.
I mean, that's the issue there, Brandon. That's the problem. I guess Reynard could play him for a while. Oh, sorry, not Reynard, but, Frost could play him
Frost
for a while.
Could, if he wanted to, but that's up to you guys. I don't mind talking to myself. I'm quite good at it. Skye would be the other one, but that's still me talking to myself. I could say, have one of you talk, and we'll use his role as you're giving him help.
That could work.
Yes. So I'm okay with using his +10 persuasion.
I am not particularly keen on dying, but you do make a good point. You seem very persuasive. Perhaps you can use that ability on these people, and we can just be muscled back up.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. Worst comes to worst, hopefully we can run faster than they shoot. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Skye can fly away. That does not help me, though. Or you.
No. Or Irma. Well, Irma could technically just, burrow and she'd be fine. Irma's just nodding, going, that's my plan. I wonder if I could burrow into and underneath the place and get us in that way. We won't know until we get there.
Hester, can you just have Bubo self-destruct and make a big hole in the wall?
We gotta unmute. Yeah, I mean, I probably could just have them just break a hole in, but I don't know.
I mean, for escaping. If we needed to escape, we can just run to a wall. They think they have us pinned. We blow big hole in wall and run.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you meant to get in there. I thought we were trying to talk to him. That was my misunderstanding.
Yes, I am thinking if we are going there to talk, but talking does not always go well.
Yeah, if need be, depending on how tall the wall is, I could just have Bubo extend a ladder, and we could just run up him and just over the wall.
That is better than exploding him. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, worst comes to worst, it's been great knowing you guys. I don't think
we are not dead yet.
But they do like taking prisoners, so if anything happens, I think that's all they would do. They might make us bleed first, though I don't know. I wish Rex was here.
Perhaps Irma could burrow down nearby and keep an eye out, and if we are not back within certain amount of time, go and get rescue or something.
Yeah, or Skye could fly down. She's a very good flyer.
I am more meaning the point of staying away from this, just staying out of it and the rest of us going.
Yeah, she's not the best at hiding, but Irma's just going to say, I'll be fine. Worst comes to worst, I'll start shooting people, and once they realize I'm healing them, maybe that'll help. Shooting people in the face to heal them sounds entertaining to me.
If I am alive, I'm sure I will find it very entertaining too.
Yeah, I'll put one right up close into your eyeball for you. You'll feel all the warmth and all that of kindness. How much healing does that do again? Unpleasant. I know. It'll heal 4d8 plus 3 if she shoots you in the eye with it. I don't know. It's a fun one to create.
Okay,
One of my favorite things about Star Trek Online, the Trooper class, they throw grenades at you to heal you. It's freaking weird. All right. So, you guys
for the
have
power of
mentioned-
healing.
Yeah, literally. For Frost, because you're no longer Reynard. Well, you're still Reynard, but did you want what I suggested to happen, or how would you? Just let me know how you want to, and when you come up with something. Take your time. There's no rush.
I'm going to create a new character.
Yeah. Okay. Feel free to take time on that. You don't need to rush it. You can either just let me know how you want to be introduced, to where, when. It doesn't have to be up here. It could be really anywhere. I'll leave that up to you.
I'm just trying to pick a race.
Okay. There's a lot of fun ones. I could even let you play Brucey.
God.
I'd feel dirty so bad right now if I did that.
Yes. I think the characters get deleted anyway. I can't remember. Right. Well, down one more body. You guys finally leave and head up. It's only a half a day journey to the top of where you guys got to go. I'll just take quick. Are you stealthing up, you think, or are you just gonna walk up with like hands up?
Makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a flag of truce or parlay or some crap, whatever that would be.
Yeah. There'd definitely be a few things that you could be able to use for that. Grab a bed sheet or anything like that. Even or one could bring out like his seal from the perch guard, but they might shoot him immediately. But you guys trudge up to the mountain, and you finally come in range of the stronghold. I'll get rid of Reynard because he's not here. So, what you guys see when you finally make it up to the top? Finally, through the mist, you see a pair of great stone towers looming on the horizon. As you approach, you notice they are connected to a squat and sturdy fortress, which lays in a lonely vigil among the crags. A few distant shapes can be seen patrolling the parapets, and banners with the crest of the Bandit Coalition hung proudly from the walls. You also notice there is a few people that are currently in front, pacing back and forth, with what looks to be some earthworks of some kind, and a big double door that is currently shut. What would you guys like to do?
If Bronobi says anything, you're going to let him use Orwin's.
Yes,
persuasion.
I'm just going to assume you can talk for either you or Orwin. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Hello up there. We come with message. Need to speak to your leader, please.
Halt! Who goes there? You see one of the little Gerbine right at the front and run out and hold up a short sword and a shield and goes, "Who are you?"
I am Bronobi. This is this is Hester. This is Skye. This is Orvin. I do not introduce Irma because I assume she's out of sight somewhere.
Yeah, I'll just say put her over here and mark to say she's Burrow. Okay. We don't. Who are you? What do you want? And you're just gonna see him bring out like a little horn and blow the horn, and everyone else is gonna just like start to get into attack positions. You're gonna see a couple people more up on the parapet, like reach down with crossbows, and you have about 5 or 6 crossbows and a couple swords pointed at you currently.
As you can see, there are only us. We are not an army coming to attack you, just coming to talk. The people from the council have asked us to represent them because they are cowards who do not want to come to face you in number.
Of course they're cowards. They know we're better than they are. Stupid.
Exactly, and that is why they want you to come and talk. They have You have been offered a seat at the council table.
We don't want a seat at the council table. We want them all dead.
Can we talk in person, please? We are not your enemy. Orphan,
I'm not in charge. I'm going to have to tell someone and figure out what we want to do. No one's ever come up here and asked to talk before.
We are not like them. Orvin,
really?
I think it... So, assuming they're gone, you're going to say, Orvin, I think it is important you not let them know who you are. Can you hide this?
I've already put my badge and stuff away. He's in nondescript clothing. What would you like him to hide?
I'm thinking your badge and any identifying stuff, do not bring it in. We put it over where Irma went. She can hide it underground with her.
Oh, I'll get
Irma. Still
good
safe.
Idea. Yeah, because if they take us and search us and strip us, good plan. So he's just going to quickly give Irma all his porch guard gear, and he's going to slump a little and make himself look like he's not, good at doing shit. He's still keeping his weapons.
I think it is. Well, then they're not identifying marks on the wedding. Yes, they're just normal weapons.
Yeah. His, I gave him a hand crossbow of warning and a cloak protection. That's really all he has on him right now. Oh, and a very nice rapier.
The question, Hester and Orvin,
sorry about that.
If they expect to take our weapons, do we allow it or do we try and insist on keeping them?
Personally, they outnumber us. They already have 5 with the guard. We haven't even seen inside. We don't know what's inside. I'd hand it over, but I don't know. Or ask for an escort.
I mean, surely they cannot be afraid of just a small number of us.
Well, they're bandits. They're skittish. They don't really have a lot. Bronobi. That's why they're bandits.
Oh, I guess. We have some good things we are not wanting them to have. If only we still had that bag of holding. Why did Reynard have to run away like a coward?
Well, maybe he's here.
I
have a bag of holding. I've always had a bag of holding.
I am very silly. I'm sorry. Why don't we put our good things away while we wait for them, and you can tuck that in Bubo somewhere where they will not see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Bubo has a secret hatch in the back. I could just stuff that in there.
He has a trunk.
Yeah. At some point, you guys see the doors open very slowly, and a face peers out, and you have yourself a it's here. Another small Cervan pop in. Looks like everyone kind of gives him a little bit of a salute. He starts walking out extremely confident. He is very small, very wiry. Doesn't have any swords or anything on him. He's got a couple nice daggers. He's built like Brucey. All right. Here we have some people who want to parlay with the leader. Well, she's busy right now. Can I take a message and maybe we'll get back to you today?
I don't know if you have noticed it is cold outside. Could we not come in somewhere warm and just...
Well,
we are no threat to you. We are not here to steal anything. We are not here to attack you.
Yes. You say that, but you have a couple bird folk with you, and we are not trusty of them.
I also was very not trusting of any bird folk. In fact, it has been my life's goal to kill as many as I could. But I will admit I have since met a few that are not as terrible as the others, and these are they.
Well, at least you're honest. So
that's what he's going for.
At don't like it, but, well, just so happens that word has reached me that there's a bunch of other weird stuff happening on this mountain, and if anyone did come up here, we are to grant them limited access, but I will need all your weapons. Standard
You can
procedure.
see I have come here not armed. You are welcome to search me.
Yes. Well, I'm sure people like you have a few hidden, but as long as you behave and don't do anything stupid, we won't have to kill you immediately. So, I'm going to do a quick roll with advantage for rolling to see if we get a nat 20. And nat 20 will get you guys a lot more. 29's good enough.
I hope 29 is good
29.
enough.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Some would say 29 is a decent roll for a level 5
29.
characters, whatever.
Yes. That's the joys of having a bard. And I gave what he would have as a perch card. Deception and Persuasion. Well, come along slowly. Hands up. And pretty much all your weapons, I'm going to do a quick investigation check from him to see if he can spot anything fun. He spots a few things fun. Now, I can tell if some of you are some magical people. I do see a cleric of... a couple of clerics here. I can see your holy symbols. That was stupid of you.
You only see one cleric. You only see one cleric.
Thank you. I see one cleric of... we do have a couple injured people, so that would help if you can heal them. We could use some healing. Magical abilities up here is a little scarce for us.
Sugar, I'd be happy to heal y'all.
I'd be just delighted.
I don't know how many good berries Irma would have had rest casting, but I'm sure she'd be happy to just feed them. And...
Yeah. Well, like I said, slowly. This is a tremendous time for us up here. And having people... Do you actually have any documents that you're here from the Bird Council? That would go a long way with our leader.
We did not want anything official from them because we thought you might then just kill it, decide we are spies and try to kill us or something. If that was the wrong decision, I am sorry.
You don't have anything official? Most people, like ambassador type people, have like a document saying, "Hi, this is from so-and-so. Here's my seal of approval." Nothing like that?
Bronobi just looks at the others.
You do technically have your letter for aid still that you asked for the Bird Council, but that one's from Meadowfen. That's really the only official note I think you still have on you. I don't think they gave you a note at all. The only one who would be able to maybe do that is your perch card.
Yeah, so I am sorry. I would love to go back and get something if that's what we should have done, but if that would take 10 days and perhaps all would be lost by then. But I have already said too much.
Well, once you come inside, you probably haven't said enough yet, because once you start talking to Benna, she'll know what to do with you. But she's busy interrogating prisoners. So, come in. By the way, I am Mert. People call me Muck. Mert Rumblegut. Don't piss me off. And I'll shove my fist right through your face.
That sounds very unpleasant.
You're going to see a couple of the guards go, "It is."
When you say you don't like bird folk, I assume you're okay with Jeremy. And Jeremy pokes out from under my cloak.
What the hell is that?
That is
Jeremy. Everyone just immediately clocks on and goes, "What the hell is that?" They've never seen one before. He's New. He's one of a kind,
He
sir.
is. Yeah, he is small dragon, my friend. He came to me through some. I'm not really sure how he came to be, but he did, and he seems to like me, so I like him back.
Right. What's the metal thing, too? Everyone's looking at Bubo. What's that?
Oh, but that's Bubo.
That doesn't explain what that is.
That should be more than enough explanation. You don't know a Bubo?
No? He's just going to look around. Nope.
Bubo is just our helpful friend. When we're setting up camp and whatnot, like Bubo, like sets up the tents and everything, so that way we can like get food ready.
You have a metallic servant?
Yes.
It's a bird folk?
Yeah.
Now I've seen everything. You're even making metal things to do our jobs for us.
Oh.
He's just going to look around. Look what they're doing now. They're creating new things just so even more of us don't have a job.
Hester might be a raptor, but he's going to turn into a dead duck.
Yep.
The places we have been in high danger lately. Hiring servants would not really be a responsible thing to do, putting innocent people in harm's way. Metallic servants are much easier to replace than people.
Yeah, but if you're hiring, you're not paying him. So if he's doing all your jobs for you, but still one less person who could be employed. That's part of our problem with the bird council. They're hiring not us for anything anymore. Or if they do, like all our stuff's being burned, and like we got no work. They won't help us. We're just so uptight. That's why we don't like them.
I suspect now they would be much more willing to talk. That is part of why we are here. Things have changed.
Better. We're tired hunting scraps. In the distance, you guys hear... give me a perception roll. Let's do it that way. That'd be the system.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
That a boy.
Perception. All right, so this first one is Hester.
Okay.
And then this one is going to be... Well, it's this one plus 6 is Bubo. Okay. So 21 for Bubo, 22 for Hester.
Okay. All right. You definitely hear like a rumble or a roar in the distance, somewhat similar to the winter bear you fought, but this one seems louder and deeper, but further away. And you're going to see them all like go to weapons and turn towards it and goes, like I said, you come at a weird time. There's a bunch of stuff on this mountain and we don't know what it is. But let's get you inside. It's safer in here. And the door opens. And inside, I will get rid of the first main area. The rest is still covered because you can't see it. The door opens and you guys can go inside. I will bring the other tokens that I have in here up so you can see them. Inside, you see a couple more. I'll describe what you see. So the wide courtyard contains a small community of humble folk, some wearing arms and armor, others unarmed and going about their day. There are 2 buildings inside the walls, as well as a narrow road leading up towards a meeting hall. There are a few points of interest. The doors would be open, so let me open. It's kind of hard to see what's inside of these right now once you guys come in, but I will slowly open those 2 up. So as soon as you guys come in, you can move your character, or just leave them there. It doesn't really matter. To your left, you will notice is a like small stable area. It's where they have a whole bunch of carts. They have They actually have a few actual like more like elks as pulling these things. There's not many, like, there's no horses or anything, but it looks like they've tamed a couple wild elk to help them go up and down the mountain for their goods. Most of it looks like it's been here for a while. You don't really see anyone bringing in fresh stuff. Not from here anyway. To your right, as soon as you come in, you do see that they have holding cells there, and there's a bunch of bird folk in, like, cages. All asking, what's going on? What's going on? And you just hear one of the guards, like, rush in and just start smacking on the cages, tell them, shut up! This is not about you.
Quickly roll to see if somehow I recognize any of them.
Yep.
Or would Orwin also be a logical person to roll to see if he recognizes any of these people?
Yeah, I'll give him a quick investigation roll.
I guess I wouldn't, but he might.
Well, he's got a +0 investigation. With a 12, he's Birch Guard, so unless they're Birch Guard that he's grown up with, he won't know too many. He's just going to, like, take a quick look and just go, I don't know. You do have one that starts to pick up, going, are they here for us? If they're paying our bounty, you know, I already told you my dad's good for it. He's part of the Bird Council. You just hear them just go, yeah. We hear that from everyone that comes through here. So what would you like you guys to do? You are being pretty much escorted. All your stuff has been taken away. All 3 of the people that were outside come in. There are like 5 or 6 more people on the parapets. I just didn't bother to put them in there. I didn't want to fill this up with tokens, but there is at least around 15 to 20 humble folk walking around here, all staring at you.
There's not much we can do other than follow, right?
Yep.
Until we get to wherever they're taking us.
Yep. So, as you guys slowly walk through, you're introduced to quite a few things in this place. I'll read you the description of most of it. So it has a courtyard, a barracks, a storeroom, a prison, and that's really all you can see currently. The barracks itself, its row of triple-decker bunk beds can be seen next to a rest area, where a table lies strewn with playing cards and game pieces. Some of the bunks are occupied by people sleeping or reading. A few of the bunks have sheathed weapons and leather armor hanging from hooks built into their frames. Stairs lead to the main area up to the top level. There looks to be ample space here for all who live in the camp. The prison itself, it's pretty much a large canvas tent that contains a small area with large locked cages, a chair where the gaoler sits, keyring hanging loosely from her belt. The rest of the area is filled with 4 rusty-looking iron cages. I added a few more. The cages are all currently full. So,
it seems like you are busy up here.
Yeah. But I don't think I should really tell you anything else until you talk to Benna, because I think I've already said too much. Anyway. So, as you guys go through, if you would like to give me perception or investigation, or what do you guys think you would be doing up here? All
oh my
the people
god,
here are pretty much
another
staring.
Nat 20.
Okay. While you guys are up here, you are definitely the center of attention, and there's not one person who doesn't have a weapon drawn and is staring at you, because the horn that was blown put this entire place on edge.
I think Bronobi will continue just to walk, looking confident, just nod and sort of smile at people as he goes.
Yeah.
Probably a very creepy smile.
Yeah. As you're going, Bronobi, you don't see anything out of place here. You also don't see anyone here cowering in fear. You don't see anyone who looks, other than the 5 that are caged, like they don't want to be here. You'd also notice there's families here. There's a couple small children running around with your nat 20. You would definitely catch hints of children here and there are like being like hushed and put in corners. People might have been up here for quite a while.
I think Bronobi. I think he'd keep that to himself.
Okay.
I think he doesn't want to look like a threat by showing that he has too much information.
Yeah. Your nat 20 would also... Reynard, when you were back at Alderheart, and when you were first getting your gift and you were looking at the wanted board, was it just you in there, or was anyone else? I can't remember if anyone else looked at the poster of Fenna Redbriar, the first one that you
Oh God.
I can't.
I want to. I want.
Maybe?
I want to say yes because, like, I was looking around. They were talking to somebody, and I was like, "We're at the post office picking up the package."
Yeah.
We were all there, and I just happened to look at the because the post offices have wanted posters sometimes. Like, any from me? Nope.
Yeah, you weren't there. You did see the one for Fenna Redbriar. She's wanted for extortion and kidnapping, 1,500 gold reward, dead or alive. Bronobi, your nat 20 clocks her. She's the jailer as you walk through that's currently in here.
Okay. Again, he would for now keep that to himself too.
Okay, perfect. So,
as
you guys are...
as a little whatever, as we're walking and Hester sees like the kids that are running around, am I close to them? Like, are they kind of running past us, or are they like 40 feet away?
They're like being hidden in a small area.
Oh, okay. So it's not like they're out running in the courtyard. They're just hidden off to the side. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
So I was gonna murder those kids. Just kidding.
Fuck them kids.
All right. So you guys eventually, 1 second here. I'm just going to open up the next area, even though you don't really see half of this yet. Come on. Oh, I just screwed that everything up. That's all. So you guys are eventually taken inside the keep and down a set of stairs. And you are all transported into the inner keep. The inner keep itself, it's a little chilly down here because you're technically on top of the mountain. Now you're going deep inside the mountain. So it's the rocks in here. You're out of the wind at least, thankfully. And you are all escorted to this waiting chamber right here with a couple beds. And you are told to pretty much come in, sit, and rest. And the door is locked. It is quite cramped, but you are all shoved inside this tiny little place, except for Irma, who's not here. You have 2 gerbines in here and another hedge. Looks like they have been also locked up in here with you. They close the door, and then you hear it lock. And he's just going to say, I'm going to go get the boss. You guys sit here, and when she's ready to see you, she'll come and either bring you to her, or we'll figure out what we're going to do here. Does anyone need any food, water?
I'm fine. Everybody else is fine. Are you?
Yeah, I'm still good.
What about our fellow guests?
No, we're once a day. They fed us this morning. It's all real loud.
Okay. Once a day does not sound great, but each to their own.
Alright, so eventually, you guys are locked in there, and you start to wait. You do notice that it is a heavily metal door that is shut and locked.
I'm not a huge fan of this. This is not how you treat a guest. I am thinking we are not really guests, and this has not worked.
Just give it time, Bronobi. Skye's just going to look at him and go, well, now, who are you three, and what did you do to get yourselves in this little mess? The two you'd be able to tell they're not young, the Drew beings. They're pretty much just like, probably a little older than Bronobi. Thinner, though. I'm Jumble. Jumble Whistlefoot. This is my sister, Ellie. Well, she's just gonna like look up at Boo Boo and go, we used to build stuff like that a while ago. Not as intricate as that one. What's its name? Did you name it? Which one? Who belongs to that?
This is Boobo. I built them.
Oh, neat. We built usually smaller ones. We're from the avium. We used to do like a whole bunch of fixing stuff there, and we went out one day to get some ore, and we kind of got taken because right. And the bandits have been having us like fix all their weapons and stuff. We've been pretty much like their blacksmiths because they don't really have a lot here. It's not really the best thing we do, but they've been keeping us locked up here, and we're here to repair stuff for it. Why I don't know, but we've been here. I don't know. We'll look at his sister and go, 2.5 months, I think now. What's the date? They don't really tell us anything. You guys tell them the date. Yeah, it's been about 2.5 months.
Okay, so we could escape this if we chose to. Would you want to escape too?
Oh, sorry. Who are you guys? I'm Jumbo. This is my sister Eli, and the one sleeping over there. Her name is Meki.
I'm Bronobi. Please answer the question I asked first.
Oh, I don't know. How can you break down here though? There's been people who've tried, and they're now all dead.
Did he just give us different names?
I can't remember what you just say.
I can't remember what his name was, but I think he said originally his sister's name was Ellie, and now you said it was Eli. I don't know if you just misread it.
Ellie.
I think he's just reading it. Yeah.
Ellie. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Jumbo and Eli. Sorry, Ellie. It's spelled Eli, but it's Ellie.
Let's be in the middle and say Eli.
I'll add an extra L, so it's E-L-L-I. Ellie. And I'll add an E on the end. Sorry, I just copy and paste random generated names. Come
on. I do not believe we need to escape. I think they will be here for us shortly, and we will continue with our conversation. But being locked up is not exactly the most friendly way for them to treat people that came to them.
Well, they do kind of have a point once you listen to them talk about all their problems and stuff. Like, most of these people are, well, they didn't really grow up here. A lot of them were forced up here just, because of the fires. And, the Bird Council, they are a bunch of, even at the avium, we get the same thing. They're uptight. No offense with the three of you, but most of the people at Alderheart are, uptight bastards who look down on most of us little folk. I'm sure you've all seen it.
Not sure if some of our party have seen it.
So what are you guys here for anyway? Yeah.
Well, you know about the fires, obviously. They are a much bigger problem and they need to be stopped.
Are they spreading? They're not telling us anything about them.
Yes, they are spreading, and they are going to keep spreading until there is nothing left except maybe all the way up here will be safe.
Well, yeah, it's rock. So we don't like it here. We're born to dig. We're born on the ground. If you guys can take us with you, we'd be happy to go. I just don't really have our hopes up. Now, at this point, it doesn't take too long before you guys all start talking. Yep. What would you like to do?
Just want to check, Hester, that spell you cast to make the writing, can you do it from here, or do you have to be outside for that?
I mean, technically, I could cast it here, but then the letters would just be on the ceiling of the room because it's as far as I can see is where I could cast it.
So do we
I have
have
to
no
actually-
way of contacting Irma?
Irma didn't come in with us?
No,
No,
she's
Irma
buried
is-
outside.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that part. Yeah. So we have no way of contacting Irma.
Yeah.
I was hoping you
You're
still had
gonna see Orwin kind of go, if I can get my sword back and she's close, I can once per day do a short message to people as long as I know where they currently are. But I need my sword back.
Wouldn't he have given the sword to Hester to put in the bag of holding that is in the back of Bubo?
Probably yes.
So I mean, I could just open up Bubo's back door and just
Okay.
stick my hand in his prison pocket and pull out his sword.
You're gonna see all three of them, like even the other one, bolt up and immediately go to the door and go, shh, quiet. They're always listening. Shh. Do it quietly. Weapons are not permitted with us. The other two are like staring at Bubo going, how do you do that? So can I have a stealth roll, please? Or sleight of hand?
Oh, sleight of hand.
with advantage because we're helping? Because
Yes,
he's got
there's
helpers
lots
checking
of-
the door.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll just roll it twice and then.
Yep.
Okay, so that was
20.
Yes,
Beautiful.
20 is the best.
20 is
Regular
enough
20.
to be able to finally open it up and grab at least his sword. If you wanted to grab anything else, I will leave that up to you. You see him pull out a rapier. It is a very nice rapier that he's always had. He's never used it. It looks more like ceremonial for him. He uses his crossbow more than anything. But you see him like click a little button, and he's just gonna think and go, where is she? We came down here, she'd be there. What do you want me to say to her? So his sword, the silver talon rapier, can cast message once a day.
Thinking what we need is to have her dig, burrow right underneath here, and make holes that
It's
we can
solid
hide.
rock. She wouldn't be able to get through concrete and like solid stone. She can do loose things. Yeah, this is a little too much for her.
Well, that's
She'd be,
kind of
yeah.
the plan that I had.
she'd be able to mainly like she could go through some of the snow on the side and maybe work her way. It would take her a long time to be able to loosen the stone enough to dig, because like her digging speed isn't a lot. I think it's 10 feet. Burrowing 15 feet. Yeah.
That screws
I,
that plan completely.
I
It would take her a
also
while to
it-
maybe find somewhere to get through. That's what I'm saying.
it would also be screwed because per the way message is written, it can't go through a foot of stone.
Foot of stone. Right.
Foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin
Right,
sheet
right.
of lead.
But the foot of stone might be below us, not necessarily above us. You know, the message can go around corners and stuff in theory. It's just not going.
Yeah, as long as he
Right.
pointed it like towards where you guys walked in and up the stairs, that'd be open area enough. But I don't think she'd be within that range because it's only 120 foot range. But he's just gonna go. Yeah, sorry guys, I haven't done this in a long time, so we can save it for if we need to get out of here and we're topside. We can tell her when we're ready to go.
So my plan
Okay.
was terrible, and we might be stuck for the rest of our lives. Just great.
I'll take the rapier back from him and stick it back
Yeah.
in Bubo's prison pocket.
Okay. Well,
And I'll also to help kind of mask everything of
Yeah.
us opening up the back and whatnot. I'm gonna open up a compartment on the front of Bubo that just has like it's basically a junk drawer, and it just has a bunch of miscellaneous stuff in it. And
Okay.
tell the mice here, because they said that they fix things and tinker, that it's like, hey, if you want to see if there's any parts in here that you want to grab and
Yep.
that you could use for whatever,
Yeah, they're just like, they have nothing on them. It's just clothes. It's like, we got no bags. They keep all their stuff. But yeah, we can probably come up with something later. We can maybe try and hide it, but we don't really have any high hopes. So we'll see what your first meeting goes with first, and if you come back bloodied or don't come back at all, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you though. This is the best hope we've had for a while. And I think that's a good place to go for break.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just noticed the time. We have been going for a bit.
Good. I've been dying for a drink of water.
Well, after about, you guys sit for 20 minutes in there before you finally hear the rattle of the door. Is there anything else you guys want to do before that time?
No.
Yeah. The door opens, and he's going to ask all of you, except for the 3 other people that are in there, come over here. Benna has decided to give you entrance. And as soon as you guys come out, you see someone else being tossed in. You see someone who looks like the person... I can hear all of that, Mario, sorry. That's coming through loud.
Oh, sorry. I will stop typing. Done.
Okay, sorry. The lady that's in the photograph that you guys have, that was standing beside Reynard's family, is tossed in, and she is old, and she is battered and bruised. Right. You 5, hopefully you'll answer your questions a little bit better than this one. And you guys would notice this person is the one who's tossing her in. Had Reynard been here, Reynard would know it was Fenna. She's the one who was at the cages up top, came back in, and now tossed Mira in. Bronobi, you would know she's the one who is wanted for extortion and kidnapping. Right, you lot with me? No funny business, or I'm going to have to do to you what I did to her. As soon as she's tossed in, you're going to have Skye go, oh my, do you mind if I heal this lady here? The Fenna's just going to look and go, why would I care? Do what you want. So Skye's going to stay in there with Mira as the rest of you come out. The little lady's just going to look at Skye and kind of like, oh, well, hello there. The name is Warden Mira. And Skye's just going to go, hush, hush. Save your strength here. And the rest of you are escorted over to here, so you can bring your characters over to here.
And you said that the Mappa that was just brought in,
Yep.
They were in the picture with Reynard, his parents, and...
Yep, she looks a little bit older than the one that's in that picture, but yep, looks to be the same person.
Okay. Did Skye realize that?
Yes.
And is Skye staying back to
help heal, and they're going to have a chat away from the guards. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Otherwise, Hester would have Hester still would have pulled out the photograph and just handed it to Skye as they were leaving.
Oh, right. I wasn't going to do that now, but thank you. She's just going to look at
obviously
and Orwin and go, play nice.
Now, surely he's done that as the meme. You know, he must have said, look at this photograph. Come on.
I don't know that meme. Sorry.
Nickelback, come on. That terrible song.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably love it because you're Canadian. Yeah,
I don't listen to Nickelback because I'm Canadian.
It's a meme. It's a meme all over the internet.
I'd have to see it to maybe say I know it, but off heart, I'm not a meme person. I am sorry.
Fair enough.
I play D&D, and I play in D&D. I don't have time for the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Look in the Discord. There it is. That's just a GIF, obviously.
Humblewood
but
chat.
then, people just people just take that out and put literally anything on there, and that's the meme.
Yeah, no, never seen that one.
Okay.
Yep, nope, sorry. Now I have, so I'll get it the next time, maybe.
Well, anyway.
Anyway.
I mean, Hester's not being obvious about it because of the situation we're in. Hester will recognize this person and then just kind of, I guess, sleight of hand the photograph to Skye and then like walk out. So that way Skye could look at it and be like, oh yeah, just in case she didn't make the connection.
Okay, yeah, she definitely did.
Because, Hester's at least smart enough to know not to be like, hey, this person,
I know
you probably know them.
I have a picture of you. Why are you in this photo?
To be like, well, now we know this person.
Why do you know Reynard? Who's Reynard? Where's Reynard? Yeah. Okay. So, you guys are all brought into an area that pretty much looks like it's a dining room for guards and whatnot. Let me know when you're done, Mario. Or mute yourself. Sorry.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Sorry.
All I'm hearing is.
Wow.
Yeah. Benna, you've heard stories about her before, but seeing her is a little different. She's a solid Cervan woman with a face partially obscured by a red bandana. She looks at you with a stony glare. So, this is what Alderheart sends. A group of greenhorns. Pathetic. If you knew what you were fighting for, you wouldn't be so quick to condemn us. What is it do you want?
We are not here to condemn you at all, and my horns are not green. We are here more because Alderheart, honestly...
I don't even have horns.
Alderheart and everyone needs help. There is a large problem spreading everywhere. Maybe you will be safe up here, I cannot say, but if there is any part of you wanting acceptance to divide the world, this is your best chance to get it, I believe.
Really? So, my best chance is to deal with the people who have caused me and so many of us suffering, all those who have lost our homes to the flames. The council, as you so put it, they've chosen to hide behind the bastion of Alderheart instead of, actually helping those of us in need. So you're trying to tell me they've changed their mind after years.
That bastion of safety they hide behind shall become their tomb. He said that as ominously as he could.
Right.
The point is, this is when they are at their biggest need. This is when the opportunity for equality can be put forward. As you can see, I am not a bird folk. I have not in my past ever willingly associated with them until I have met a couple of good ones here. But they are not necessarily representative of all of them, but neither are the bad ones representative of all of them.
Right, you're going to see her go, yes, I know, I got bird folk friends too, but they're not from Alderheart. They're the ones that we have a problem with. Anyone else on the Outer Rim, they're fine. Most of them are hard workers. It's the bastards that put themselves high in the air and decide all of our fates. They're the ones we have issues with.
Okay, here is the problem. If we wait until they are destroyed by these fires, you could sit here quite safely up here, I imagine, for some time. But then there will be nothing left down below. Nothing left to save, nothing to salvage. Nothing of any value whatsoever. Here is an opportunity for you to join with us, to help save basically our entire world as we know it. And then there will be something left to save. Alderheart will be in a position where they must communicate, must deal with you on a more equal footing.
And are you going to be the representative for Alderheart, for the Bird Council, or us? Like, what's your play in this? Are you been hired by them? Do you work for the Bird Council?
They asked us to deliver the message. We are not actually working for them. Neither are we planning to work for you. We are simply messengers. But we would be more than happy to help escort you down. I think our presence would stay any retribution from them. And then we could have open dialogue.
From the back, you're going to hear the Vulpin that beat the crap out of the other lady just go, "We can't trust them. Not at all. Senna, you know better than that."
By any chance, do any of you have the ability to cast a magical thing called Zone of Truth? I have heard of this. I would be more than happy to answer your questions under this spell if you have access to it, so you can know I am telling only the truth.
The one who has that spell is buried outside.
I also don't know if we would know that.
You've seen her do it before, but
oh, we have. Okay.
Yes, you have. That's how you got information about this place. You interrogated someone in the jail cell in Alderheart. Actually, you weren't there for it. You ended up putting an arrow in his brain at the end.
That was.
Were
nice
you there? I can't remember if you were there or not. I can't remember.
It's been a while.
But Irma did cast Zone of Truth. I think you missed that session. That could be why you forget.
Okay.
They're just going to look at you and go, "We have a few magical individuals here, but not something like that. No. Most of us actually work for a living. Or used to. But..." You're typing again, sir.
Oh, God! Damn it, stop typing!
You're going to see Benna remove her head, revealing the concealed portion of her face. She's horribly burnt. Her left ear is gone. Her eye can barely see underneath the warped flesh. The fires have burned everything away that I love. I will make sure that they burn away the corruption that festers within Alderheart. But my vengeance can wait, because I have other people under me that I care for, and I can put that aside as long as we need assurances. And she's just going to immediately put a finger up to the Vulpin behind you who's going to interrupt her. We need assurances. Do you have any you can give us from them? Will they stop killing us? Hunting us? Immediately?
Do we? Have we been given any such assurance?
Nothing major. You were just basically told to do what you can. Either kill her, persuade her. They just want a yes to the Bandit Coalition to cease their raids on Alderheart and the surrounding villages so that they can focus on dealing with the fire problem.
And yet they've offered nothing in return.
Currently, no, other than a ceasefire. That would be something they would have to discuss face to face. It's kind of hard to do at long distance because they're so far away.
Regrettably,
I write back and forth.
Yeah. That's not enough. I like the
10 words at a time.
Do you want to do this? Fuck no. Do you want to do this? Fuck no. For everybody to see, that'd be hilarious. I like your idea though. You can take inspiration if you don't have it for that one. That one made me chuckle.
I do have an idea for how you might get straight in their good books immediately. You have somebody here, not yourself, that they want.
Well, I'm sure we have lots of prisoners they want.
I mean, a
in
prisoner. Yes, the one you just threw in to the area we were being held. She is considered a danger to everyone, and they would like to get their hands on her. Apparently,
Really?
you are not big fans either.
Well, that's more than we got out of her. You're going to hear from behind you. I couldn't get anything out of that one. Tough old bat, that.
But she is wanted for a large amount of coin. Handing her over in lieu of coin would be a very strong statement.
Can I have a history roll from you, please, to see if you can remember something? There is actually somebody here, too, that you've been asked to find.
Ooh, okay.
Whether or not Bronobi remembers that, because it's been a bit. Or
16.
the rest of you. If Hester won. Oh, 16's enough, yeah. You would remember that the magistrate that you were talking to, his son was kidnapped and is up in your summer.
Have we seen? Oh, we wouldn't actually know. Might be the one you were talking about.
Yeah, you're not too sure exactly what they look like. But the magistrate, the big fat pigeon guy, he said his son was kidnapped and was being held for ransom up there.
And also, if you happen to be holding a younger pigeon person, sorry, whatever the race is called. One of them, he is the son of a prominent magistrate in the town. I know you are not exactly wanting to help them, so this is up to you. I am just putting that out there as a possibility if you happen to be holding such a person.
Right. And saying we do have this sort of person, what kind of assurances can we get that, well, you just hear her start to think, go.
Well, I think if you are handing over one person they want, and perhaps we're holding hostage one person they wanted for opposite reason, that also forces them to talk while offering stick and carrot.
I get the reference. The joke is pathetic. You're just gonna see her kind of look at Fenna and shrug, and Fenna's just gonna go, "It's on you. If you screw this up, I'm gonna be taking your place and I will burn them to the ground. So if you want to try, Fenna, by all means, but I want nothing to do with them. They've caused more damage for, well, me and my entire family, considering the fact that I'm the last one alive because of them."
As a token of our goodwill, I would like to offer to leave one of ours behind. Skye has said Skye had noticed there was many people here needing help. She is a very capable cleric. She has expressed that as long as, not locked up and treated it in kindness and fairness, she would be willing to stay behind to help you out.
Well,
sorry, there you go, Brandon. I gave you an out. You happy?
I was hoping one of you was going to do that. Muck did say something that you had a healer among you. She will be treated kindly. I'll make sure of that.
She is not one of the Alderheart people. She is somewhat, although bird folk, she is good, hard worker and to be trusted. We trust her, and I hope you can too.
Right. Well, I will send one of my associates with you. They will be my go-between. They have ways of communicating with me at long distance. So, for now, agreed. And you just see her kind of snap her fingers, and the two Maw that have been sitting back here, heavily armed and in full plate armor, rush out the door. So I will take a quick. Let's do investigation rolls, or no, sorry, religion rolls. As you go.
I mean,
by,
I
as they
don't,
go
I
by.
don't care what you're asking for. It's my third nat 20 of the session.
My God,
So,
man.
do you remember what game was it? Oh, it was in Cole College where I was pulling that on you guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were. They are. Is it here? They are paladins of Half the Whisperer.
Oh, they should have healing of their own then.
To some extent, but these guys look like they're built for battle. But like maybe a level 1 paladin, so not a lot, sir.
Gotcha.
They're good for 1 divine smite. That's their party trick. Well,
Is that all the religion check was for? Just to know that they're paladins?
yeah, of which particular Amaranthian.
Ah. Okay, gotcha.
During this conversation, what is Grothar doing? Where do you think you'd be? What are you doing? What's your plans?
I would probably be there and where they're keeping the storing the food and just kind of like as wild shaped as a mouse, trying to like snack, kind of get into a couple of things. He's just hungry, minding his own business.
Okay.
Until someone might spot him and shoo him away or something, or smack him.
Okay. So in the room with these guys, perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Paying other people no mind. He's paying if they pay them no mind.
Okay. How long? You can stay wild shaped at level 5 for what? 2 hours? 1 hour or 2 hours?
Let's see. Wild shape. Feast for 2 hours before reverting back to normal form.
How long do you think you've been wild shaped for then?
About half the time, so a good hour already. Just
Okay.
Yeah, he knows like, ooh, I should probably get ready to like pack up some extra little food and make his way out.
Okay. All right. So yeah, at some point you guys notice that Benna has pretty much like sat down, taken a breath, and she's just going to look at everybody and dismiss Fenna, who is grumpy as hell. You'd be able to tell this person really wants to murder all of you. She doesn't care who you are. You're here, you know who's here and how many people. You'd be able to tell that she's definitely like the, I wouldn't say executioner, but definitely the one who gets information out of people. But she is surely dismissed. So, Ben is just going to look at you guys all and go, well, 2 for the price of 1. How about 2 for the price of 2? So if you're going to keep your friend Skye here, do you think she'll agree to that? You're muted again, Mario, if you're talking. She's asking all of the rest of you in there. Irma's pretty much... No, Irma's not there. Skye's not there. Orwin will eventually finally pop up and go, she could be trusted, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry. I
You're
was
good.
muted. Sorry.
You're fine. Well, if she wants to stay, you can take... we only got her name out of her. Her name is Mira. You can take her in Young Talwyn. I believe that's the one you're talking about. He's a grumpy old sort anyway, probably just like his old man. And he eats a ton, so I'd be happy to get rid of him just to save the food.
Oh, guess they don't want to use him as a hold him hostage back here, just as a carrot, just to dangle.
No, she's, you'd be able to tell, like, she's tired of fighting a little. I'll take a quick insight. Let's do that.
5.
Now you roll horrible. All right. She's just going to look around and go, This isn't how my day I thought was going to happen. That's fine. So, by the time you guys are here, like you're 2:00 in the afternoon by now. She's going to, you guys know you'd still be, if you left now, you'd be hitting the guard hut by about 10:00. It'd be late getting there, but you could hit there before, or she's going to offer you to let you stay here for the night.
I am happy to travel. I think time is of the essence, but up to the others.
Right. Well, I'm going to give you my second in command to go with you. He's an abrupt sort, but if things get into hassle with any of the creatures around here, I'm sure you've probably known a few, he can handle himself. So I'll give you guys Muff to... he could be my go-between. He has the wit and wisdom to deal with the bird council how I would see fit.
Oh, this isn't the guy who clearly wants to kill us then.
No, this is the Gerbine that came out when the horn was blown and met you guys at the first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mert Bramblegut. Mert Muck is a Gerbine. Small but vicious. So pretty much another, small Gerbine that thinks he's 20 feet tall. She's gonna immediately just start writing down a whole bunch of stuff. She's gonna spend almost 20 minutes writing down a demands list and what she needs in insurances, whatnot. She's then going to hand one copy to you, and Muck is eventually gonna come in. She's gonna hand one to him. Right. You better let your friend know, and I will go get the other prisoner for you. Good luck with that one. He will probably not shut up the entire trip down to the mountainside, so have fun with that.
We might need her to be, restrained the whole time. I don't think we can rely on her to help us fight if she is a prisoner going to her potential doom.
Sorry, who you're talking about?
The woman, I forget her name. The one the one who's the prisoner. Yeah.
Mira will be definitely let go, so that's fine. They're not going to be shackled or anything. She wasn't even shackled when she was tossed in.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they manhandle most things around here. You're locked in a room. The door's locked. There's no way out of that place. So eventually, you guys are led back to your room with Skye and Mira and the other three, who now think they're coming with you, but they are not. I thought you were going to bargain for more people, but you did not.
I forgot they existed.
That's okay.
So mind you, when we get back to that room and we see these others, I would say remind me the name of the one who's coming with us.
Mira. That's all you've heard is her first name is Mira.
No, the person the two I see who's coming with us.
Yeah, the two that are coming with you is Mira and Talwin.
He means the Gerbine bodyguard guy.
The bodyguard guy. Muck. So if Muck's there, we would turn to Muck and say, could we... It is very dangerous. We have faced many challenges, and if we could have these ones in here with us, that would be help keep you and us alive a lot better. We have faced winter wolves and fire elementals and all sorts of things.
The two little Gerbines in here? No, we need blacksmith. They're the only ones who can currently fix stuff around here. They ain't going anywhere. They are useful.
Bronobi just looks at them and shrugs. Sorry.
Even Orwin's just going to look at them and just kind of shake his head and go, right. So, he's going to get kind of
how tall are those? How tall are those Gerbines?
They're 2 feet. I know what you're thinking. I don't know.
Stop
whether
reading
or
my
not
mind.
That's okay. I already had that thought way before then. As soon as they seen Booba open, they both had that same exact thought. Yeah. So as soon as you guys go in, you see Skye has pretty much healed Mira. The other hedge that's in there, the two Gerbeans, are pretty much in a corner, just standing in awe of Skye and her abilities. And Skye's just gonna look at everyone and go, "Do we have time for a conversation before this happens? Oh, we have a mouse in here too." She's just gonna look at the guard and go, "Can we have a little bit of peace and quiet?" Muck's just gonna look over at Bennett, and Bennett's just gonna go, "Yeah, they deserve that much. I gotta go get Talon anyway for them." She's just gonna look at Muck, go get your stuff ready. I'll keep a guard posted, but he won't be listening. You guys can have 5 minutes. So the door closes and you guys are all inside, and you have 5 minutes to go over your plan. What would you like to do? What would you like to say?
We have a plan?
I don't know. Make up a plan. You're being allowed to leave. You have a letter of assurance from Benna that she's going to call off all the bandit attacks and send them down, and they're pretty much just going to quietly stop raiding. And the letter that she has is quite in depth. I can go over that later in detail with you, but it didn't look like she sealed it. Because she knew he was going to read it anyway.
Bronobi is actually going to pull 100 gold out of his bag and give it to Skye, and say
she was going to hand you her 394 gold and give it to you.
Well, in that case, maybe he'll take that, but leave 100 with her, and just take the rest to split up with the others, and say, "If you are not wanting this, I am thinking these people are going to stop raids. They need to be fed still. If you give them this 100 gold, it will feed them all for a long time and make them feel even better about this once we are gone."
Oh, yeah, that'd probably go a long way up here. I think that would help if I handed over some money. Yeah, I like your idea there, Bronobi. She's just going to look and go, with some of the items I gave you guys before we came in here, I don't think I'm going to need a couple of them up here, though. I'll keep my wingwear just in case, if they'll let me keep that. Well, I don't really think I need... You'd be able to tell she's kind of like figuring out what she wants to keep of her stuff. So I'm sure we're going to see each other again anyway. Keep the wingwear. It's I think with in your bag anyway. I'll take my gloves though. I don't think they'll really notice if I have my gloves on. So if you'd like, you can add wingwear to your inventory for your bag of holding.
Okay.
You can add pipes of hunting to your inventory in the bag of holding. And a +1 shield. Plus 294 more gold.
I mean, let's just pretend that new friend Gauther is with us and we can split that 3.
Well,
hang on, 3 ways, yeah.
He's technically still a mouse, so.
Well, yeah.
But we don't know that. I'm just saying we'll just be fair about it, and so let's just say that he's going to get that. What is that? 93 gold each is close enough.
To some extent, yeah.
But it's 98 gold if we're dividing it by 3.
Oh, 98. Okay.
Yeah, Irma doesn't need money. That's fine. She's got 700. So, you guys have a lovely quick heart-to-heart with Skye, and you find out that her name is Warden Mira Quickpaw. Ideally now, I don't need to give you a lot more extra backstory because Reynard's not here. So Skye's learned a bunch of stuff that Warden Mira is now keeping away from all of you guys, and you're not going to learn any of that shit.
That's fine, but if she tries to escape,
which is about 6 pages of lore.
If she tries to escape, we're gonna hunt her the fuck down too.
She has a bigger mission than you guys. Trust me. She's just
we don't know that.
literally gonna. But she is immediately looking at Hester as soon as you guys walk in and goes, "Can I have my bag, please, and all my stuff before you leave?" Well, when we leave. That is important to me. Highly important to me.
How would she know that I have her bag?
Because Skye has told her.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So I will dig through the bag of holding.
Belongs to her, sir. She's just going to say, when we leave, because I'm coming with you. Yes?
Yeah. Which lantern? The
one
patron
that
lantern
talked to you. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I felt him coming.
What was that wingsuit called again?
Just wingwear.
Wingwear.
Yep. Basically, it lets you glide if you don't already have wings. This type of wingwear will pretty much let you glide further and farther. And if you can get a good up glide, you can pretty much you could expend 1 charge to gain flying speed of 30 feet until you land. So you can fly for a little bit. Every 6 seconds, you drop an extra 5 feet. So it's kind of like glide. You basically double your glide for.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And the Pipes of Haunting, you can take a magic action to play them, expend 1 charge to create an eerie spellbinding tune. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet must succeed a DC 15 wisdom save or have the frightened condition. And then a +1 shield.
Yeah, the +1 shield I was planning on just adding to my inventory. Unless someone else really needs a higher AC.
Welcome to it.
Okay. Yeah, the only other one who could use that is Irma, or when you eventually meet your druid friend.
I mean, a druid could use it if it were a wooden shield.
I just assume any type of shield that a druid, I'm okay with flavoring it. Hey, here's a shield. It can be whatever it works for me. I don't have to specify, this one's metal. You can't use it. Yeah. But to me, a shield's a shield. We'll just say they put a wood coating on the outside. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying if that was an option. Not for me.
Yeah.
Has wood paneling.
Yeah. And technically, leather grip on it, if that's not metal, you could still wear. It's a touch and go type of thing. Most shields are made out of wood that are studded with metal, so it's up to whoever's using it for flavor. I don't care what it looks like. It's a shield. So, what's Grothar thinking of as you hear all this information scurrying around as a mouse?
I'm not scurrying around. I'm just sitting with a lump of bread in my hand, just listening.
Okay. Can I have perception rolls from all of you then? Because this is not typical mouse behavior.
True, being rather tame, if nothing else. Ooh, 18.
I'll do one. I may as well do a quick perception.
22 there.
14.
This one +6, so a 16 for Bubo.
We get a nat 20 from Orwin.
That's some quality rolling all round.
Yeah, nat 20 from Orwin.
Yeah, you all spot me, but you can't spot nothing else. That's great.
No. Orwin's just kind of looking at you, looking at the group, looking at the mouse. I'm assuming you can hear me. Think I know what you are, because I have a few friends that can do the same thing as you. If you think I'm right.
I'm going to, before I nod, we're going to make eye contact, but I'm going to look behind me for a quick second thing. You're trying to look behind me, thinking I'm full size at the time.
Yep.
Then turn back and be nod.
Right. We're leaving here shortly. Did you want to come? I don't think you should be here, should you?
And I'll nod again.
You want to hop in my cloak?
And I'll nod again.
Climb up.
And since we all rolled well, we're all watching this without knowing it's a person. We're like watching this mouse nodding to his questions.
She's just going to go, we got to stow away. That's fine. Just pretend none of you saw that, right? Right? Good. I don't think we have much
Bronobi will
time.
look over at the other prisoners and say, "Can any of you turn into a mouse?"
No, but we've seen a couple people part of the wardens who can.
I don't think we should encourage you to try and sneak out. I'm thinking it would not be a good look if you are suddenly appearing in front of our escort anyway.
Right. I'll take quick, just a history roll. That's the easiest way to do it.
15.
Yeah, you know what a druid is. You know what they can do. Okay. Well, Skye and Mira pretty much give each other like a massive hug, and she's just going to say, "When I'm done here, I'll come find you. I know where to go. We'll figure this out." She's Skye's pretty much going to like envelop all of you in hugs and go, "I understand. I can get down there for Rick if I need to. I'll find you. Keep her alive. She's extremely important, more than you know."
Are we not taking her back to be a prisoner? He says out loud, stupidly.
She's not going to be a prisoner. Just trust me to say, last night while I was sleeping, I had a lovely vision. One that I'm pretty sure you all have had. And what you're looking for, she knows where it is.
Okay.
So, I will catch up to you guys when I can. Best of luck. I'm told, a few things I need to heal around here, but I'm running low already. And I'll try and suss out what else I can around here. And, if I can cause a mutiny, maybe I'll cause a mutiny.
I mean, if it means lots more death, I think we want to avoid that, though. We'd rather have these people on our side.
Yes, that's what more I was thinking. Like, if I can get them down of the mountain and back into their homes and start building new homes, that's the key. Plus, there's lots of places around my home that most of these people could go to. There's lots of work. Just a lot of people don't like working on the water because, well, the water is, well, quite dangerous. Not everyone likes to see life, but...
Be careful of that angry one. He probably wants you dead as much as he wants anyone.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Worst comes to worst, I'll just electrocute him. Well, good luck, everyone. Stay safe. Get word if you can. Whenever she sends her, what's the guy, whoever's going with you, maybe write me a letter, send some mail up here. That'd be great.
Okay.
Good luck.
We leave.
Perfect.
So, question.
Yes, sir.
With the gerbines that are there, did we want to try to smuggle them out inside of Bubo? Or do we want to just leave them there and not worry about them?
They would be missed quickly. That's what they're going to say. It's like, we'd love to, but they would know we're gone and they'd start doing search parties and you're the only ones who've left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my thought process was...
I
was going to say, my thought process is that they can tinker with things and I can tinker with things, and I've already offered up the junk drawer of stuff that we could basically make replicas of them because they're fairly small, and do the whole where they're like sleeping under the bed or whatever.
Yeah.
And then hide them in the secret compartment and then leave, but you're saying even regardless, within like an hour or something, they're
They're
gonna
the
know.
only ones who can fix shit around here that requires someone of actual knowledge. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so they would know right away, and we would just be on the run with
yes.
30 guys after us.
Immediately, yes.
Okay.
They're
I'm not
pretty
even
much
gonna
just gonna
attempt it
say,
then.
yeah, we appreciate it. They did take some of the scraps though to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So within like at least a half an hour to 45 minutes, you guys are set. You guys, the 29 roll that I did earlier pretty much got you through all of this.
Nice.
Because that's a good roll. You can't not say, like, if it was a 21, 22, sure, maybe I'll have you do another roll here and there. To the 29, they just immediately believed you. All right, good thing I made a good character sheet for everyone. So, you guys are immediately pretty much shoved down here and set on your way. You have Warden Mirror with you. You have Talwyn, who's pretty much like looking at all of you in awe and immediately going, "Did my father send you? I knew he was going to come. Do you guys have any food? Do you have any clothing? I'm hungry. I'm cold. I don't really want to walk down. Do you have a sled I can go in?" He's going to be horrible for you. He's quite young. He looks like a teenager.
You have legs. You can walk the same as any of us.
I'm not used to walking. I usually just, well, I sit and watch Dad work.
Well, now
Like you
you
said,
will be expected to
same
work
belly.
with the rest of us. We have to get back there safely. We need all hands on deck.
Well, it
No
almost killed me
passengers.
coming up here. They had to carry me up here.
Well,
Can't
how
your
old-
big metal thing carry me down?
how old are you?
14?
14 is old enough for you to grow up. I am not
grown
that
up.
much older.
This
I am
isn't
not that
me.
much older than you myself. You can be tougher than that.
I'm good at writing. I'm good at desk work. I'm built for desk work. I've lost like so much weight coming up here. I want to be happy and I want to be fat and I want to be warm. Just like Dad.
Bronobi reaches into his somewhere and he pulls out a.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can't. Cause we're still in the keep, so I can't do that. Okay,
This will
forget
be
it.
on the way out. I'm okay with this on the way out. Yeah, I'll say
Okay.
you guys are
All
just
right.
leaving. I'll put you back on the stronghold map and head it out.
Okay, as we're on the way out, and he pulls out a knife that had been hidden, like a long dagger, and says, "Here, if something attacks us, you attack it back."
I'm good at opening mail with one of them.
Well, get good at stabbing. We will get attacked. It happens a lot.
Oh, I faint at the sight of blood, though.
Well, then we can always leave you to die if that's what you want.
Oh,
No one will
I'll stab
carry
stuff. I'll stab
Good.
stuff. And he just like starts like waddling.
Hester,
Once we're out of sight, Bronobi would say, "Hey, Mouse, you going to come out?"
Mouse, what are you talking about? That's Muck. Remember, you have Muck.
Yeah, doesn't matter. He's gonna learn sooner or later.
Yeah.
Once we're
I'm going to
we're
assume,
away
like,
from the
when
keep.
once you get around the corner, you're going to have Irma just unbury herself, give a little wave, and just start walking. Muck's just going to, what? Ah, sneaky little bastards. Ha! Love it. Right, only her?
One more.
One more? Where? She buried two?
No, there was a mouse that seemed to be following us. I assume is here somewhere.
Would you like to jump out of his nice warm hood before you turn into a massive creature and tear his foot off him? What would you like to do, Growthar?
I'll like poke my head up from the pocket of Orwin.
Yep.
Orwin. Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Like look around, jump down, then run a quick 2 feet away, then fall, like goes up to a little ball fur. Then all of a sudden, you just see the ball fur just start growing, getting bigger. All of a sudden, I start standing up. The ball of fur turns into a furry cloak, and it shifts to a green color. He immediately turns around, pulls down his hood, and you see head turned sideways of an owl type creature. And he just looks at you and is like, "Hello."
Right. Muck's just like you'd notice Muck. He's in a fighting stance, and he has conjured 2 magical daggers in his hand. Right. Any more surprises?
I probably have to say even Bronobi is probably stepping back and is sort of, he doesn't have his weapons on him at the moment, but he's ready. He looks like he's ready to fight just in case.
Hester is Hester's gonna look at the new person that just formed, and because of their stutter, they're just like, who are you?
You are quite big, aren't you?
Is he making fun of you?
He's only 5 feet tall.
But compared to the mouse, I think Bronobi was expecting someone quite small.
Nope.
Well, who are you, and why should we trust you if we do not know you?
I am Gother. I speak for the trees.
That's quite a statement to make.
There aren't any trees up here.
You cast Druidcraft to make a little thing grow underneath. Like, what's that?
Oh. Can you make it bigger? Maybe some ones with, apples? Oh, I miss apples. We don't get many much fresh stuff up here. It usually just freezes.
Not right now.
Oh, what use are you? All right, I don't know who you are. You're in the lead. I want you in front so I can, stab you in the back if I need to, even though I really don't want to right now, because apparently I'm going to Alderhurt with you guys. Right. Bennett told me she would gut me if I fail, so we don't want that. Anyway, introductions. I'm Muck. If you didn't already know that, I'm in charge. If you have any problem with that, it's your problem. Now, who's the cute one up front? He's looking at Irma.
Hester pulls out their magical tinkering thing and activates it. It's like, "Hi, I'm Hester. How are you?" Or "Who are you?" Or whatever.
Oh, you guys are going to be a bunch of fun, aren't you? Right. 1 foot in front of the other. No time like the present. So, I think that is a great place to end. In the next session, we'll pick back up with you guys headed back to Alderhart. We're going to pretty much fast track most of that. Unless you want to talk on the way down, but I'll let you guys figure that out.
I'd like there to be a couple of fights just so this poncy little pigeon guy can get amongst it.
Okay. I will...
or we can just montage. We can montage and say there was.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'll come up with something.